James Thomas Morning Blend. You know, Apple TV Plus has a brand new comedy series called Ted Lasso, and it's in its second season. It's about an American football coach in England coaching soccer. And today I have two of the stars, Brendan Hunt, who plays Coach Beard, and Nick Mohammed, who plays Nathan Shelley. Good morning, guys.
Good morning,
Good
James.
morning, James.
So, Brendan, you play Coach Beard. First of all, let's talk about your character in a football coach, an American football coach teaching English soccer. Let's talk about that.
Sure. It's probably the part of the show that is the least possible in real life. I think you have to sort of buy into that part and accept that we are in a parallel universe where, an American football coach does not need what's called a UEFA Pro Football coaching license anymore to coach teams on the old continent or the island they're off. But that's where our sort of culture clash fish out of water comes in, which ends up only being a small part of the show, but we try to mind that for the occasional yuck.
It sounds like it. Now, Nick, tell us about Nathan Shelley and your character.
So Nathan starts off kind of as the kit man, really, sort of groundskeeper, kit man, bit of a general dog's body of the club, and is quite shy, doesn't really have much confidence. And then Ted comes along, and I guess sort of instills this confidence in him. The thing about Nathan is that he's he knows tons about football, like tons about strategy and types of play and so on, but doesn't really have the confidence to speak up about what he thinks is best and best for the team. When Ted comes along and instills sort of that confidence in him, he learns to speak up. And I won't give anything away for those who haven't seen season one yet, but he really kind of builds in confidence over the course of the show, and gets elevated in his position as sort of simply the kit man by the time we get to the end of that season.
Wow, that almost sounds like a character from Hoosiers, but that's another story. Guys, how much fun did you have on this series? How much fun do you have shooting it and on set?
I mean, tons. Just yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I was very lucky in that there's quite a few scenes because we're the three coaches between Brendan and Jason and myself, sort of in the coach's office. And I think particularly because Jason and Brendan have such sort of strong improvisation, sort of comedy bones, I was often in the firing line of that. So I would really just be, pinching myself, sort of trying not to fall about laughing throughout a lot of it. And so it was a delight to kind of go into work and think that was my job.
It is a real blast. And part of what's been a joy about it is working with, because me and Jason are almost the only American actors in it. So we flew over here and are surrounded by these British actors who, most people at home won't know, but are all hilarious. Like there's just so much comic talent in this group, and we're very fortunate to have them all.
I was just thinking about that. Can you really imagine an American football coach? Let's take a pro football coach going to England and trying to, coach one of the teams like Manchester United. You think that could ever happen in real life?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Which is why we've chosen. Which is why we've chosen, to strain credulity just a little bit less. A really small kind of team, a fictional team called Richmond. And the notion is that the owner of this team is trying to destroy the club, which is why she's hired someone who is just completely unqualified. But no, it's its own totally different sport. I mean, you also wouldn't hire a football coach, to build an airplane. They're just totally different things. But that's part of why it's fun to depict. It's something that'll never actually happen. But if it did, what would it look like? And that's what we're going for.
It's what it seems like. Brendan Hunt, Nick Mohammed, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend. Before we get away, I have to give a shout out to the New York production crew that's helping you today. I love these guys. They're really good, aren't they?
The New York
No
production
comment, huh? Yeah, you guys, where are you guys at now?
We're in London.
Okay, so the crew that's actually helping us put this together is what I'm talking about then. These
Oh,
guys
yeah,
are
man.
good. I like them.
We've done a few of these, and
Definitely.
everything's always on point. It's pretty great.
Yeah, it is. So I'm giving a shout out to them. Guys, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend.
Thank you,
Thanks,
James.
James.
See you, St. Louis.